So near the flame we open the flask and transfer the contents of the inoculum flask to this model. Okay, aseptically, we'd like to transfer the inoculum to the bioreactor. So we'll just do it like this. Open one of the ports of the reactor near the flame. There's also positive pressure inside the reactor, so it will be very unlikely that the contaminants will enter at this point of time. We have the flame as well as the positive pressure from inside of the bioreactor. Open the pinch cork and we transfer the inoculum by means of gravity. So as you can see, by little agitation, all the inoculum is being transferred to the bioreactor. Once it is done, we carefully remove the attachment from the reactor and plug it up. Now the reactor is all set for cultivation. You just leave it as it is. You can open this. Whatever clamping we have done during the autoclaving, we have to make sure that everything is open and the pump is primed. So you can just put the thing in the auto, prime the pump, so that the acid and alkali reaches to the top of this. So put it in the manual and prime the pump. There is another feature in the software. We can just operate it either manually or automatically. So right now we are doing it on a manual basis, just forcibly pressing the pump so that the tubing is primed, and the acid and alkali comes to the top of the reactor. And as and when needed, the drop of the concentrated acid or alkali goes into the reactor, controls the pH, and maintain it at a set value. So you can see right now the base pump is getting charged, it's rotating, it's sending the liquid to the top of the vessel. We can keep a watch on the measured value of pH. If it is changing significantly at the top, we stop priming, Stop priming, prime the acid pump now. So we go for start, manual start acid pump, and then acid pump is being getting charged, is it? Go to manual, pump, on, start. So now this acid pump is getting charged. Again we keep a watch on the pH in the console. If the value is significantly dropping, immediately we stop it. And we can assume safely that the acid and alkali has reached to the top of the lid of the reactor. Now we just keep everything at the start and the initial value. We just set the values. pH is set at a particular value, temperature is set at a particular value, dissolved oxygen also we just put a threshold value. Below this, if the value of dissolved oxygen goes in the bioreactor, it either is increases the speed of the agitator or purges more oxygen to increase the dissolved oxygen. So we let the cultivation continue, and time to time we take the samples. So you can take one sample. Time to time we take the sample, analyze for the biomass, glucose and the metabolites in the reactor. So in order to take the sample, we just pressurize, we just close the exit air line, and this will bring enough pressure in the sampling line, and it will automatically come. So like you can see, sample is being, just close the exit line, and this will bring enough pressure. That's okay, just press it by hand. So very easily you can see the sample is coming out. Take out the sample and put a aluminum foil on top of it again. We'll analyze this sample for the biomass and glucose and the metabolites. Okay, now whatever sample we have taken from the reactor, we take it in the centrifuge tube, and the same amount of liquid has to be taken in the tube which is opposite to this, and so that we can balance the two tubes. We close the lid of the centrifuge, and the lid of the centrifuge, and we set the RPM and the time outside, and just press to start, So the machine will be on for that much time, and it will centrifuge out all the cells which are there in the tube. So those cells will basically dry it up in an aluminum kind of a little cap, and find out the dry weight of that. And the supernatant we will use it for measurement of glucose and the metabolites by the GC or HPLC. ठीक है सर.
Hello friends, my name is Nishant. I will right now explain you how to control the things inside the bioreactor with the help of this ADI 1010 biocontroller. So right now we have here is process menu, and we have here a parameter menu. From this tab of menu we can go to login, manual control and other parameters of as shown in the menu. So first I will show you how to manually control any actuators given here. Suppose if I want to manually operate base pump, so I will go here, start it at and switch it on, it will start the base pump manually. And then again I can put it back. So these are the different parameters that I can control manually. Again, go back to menu. We have level control timings. For this we can adjust the timing at that how much anti-foam should be pumped inside the medium when the reactor is running. In dose monitor we can see the values that how much is the acid base has been added to the reactor at the time of cultivation. It shows here in ml. Then again we have controller settings over here. We can manipulate it with self-tuning PID. We have different PID to control different parameters over here. So right now it is on preset, but we can change it to auto mode also, so that every parameters would be adjusted automatically as per the requirement. So configuration, inside the configuration, as this one is the autoclavable bioreactor, so it will show the things that for controlling the pH, DO, temperature, level, and what is the mode of operation. So for pH we have base and acid. For DO control we have internal stirrer cascade with the DO control loop, and we have O2 valve to control the DO. For temperature we have heating and cooling. We'll cool down and heat the reactor with the help of this jacket, outside jacket, so that the temperature inside the medium is adjusted to 37 or whatever the parameter set it. So after adjusting all the set points of the individual parameters, we can stop any of the controls. It will actuate that parameters accordingly. So suppose right now it is at 6.5 pH. So if I put it on, so it will run the acid pump. If you see here that this pump is started automatically to adjust the pH level to 6.5. Right. Likewise, we can adjust all the parameters and put on the controls in the running condition. So this is how this controller works, and these all parameters are connected with the actuator so that it will operate optimally. Thank you.